Yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another day right here in this beautiful village here. It's one of the most exciting days here, guys. I'm still enjoying my life here in eastern Uganda. It's one of the most beautiful villages that you can even visit. It's so green and everything is perfect. When I just arrived here in this village like a few days ago, there's something that is shocked me. People told me there's kind of a breakfast that people took. It's not affordable for every single family, but it's one of the most beautiful and delicious breakfasts that you can take. And they called me in the local language, it's called kaunga kamogo. And that's what I'm going to try it right now. Actually, it's like a cassava flour. It's like ugali. Normally people call it ugali, that is made from like a cassava flour. And then they eat it with another thing that is very delicious called muke. And I'm going to show you everything in here. So I'm just right here with my beautiful sister right here in her home. And that's where we are just going to be preparing the food. So guys, please stay in touch because this is going to be an exciting video, an exciting days with my sister right here in the kitchen. Let's just see how she prepare like the mukene and kaunga kamogo, guys. So guys, I'm just right here in the kitchen and they took those mukene. They're just actually frying them on the pan, like on the saucepan, but they are not using any oil. So they're just put them in the saucepan and then make sure that they can, like, fry them. And then after this process, I don't know the next step, but I'll be showing you everything. So like, I should say even the kitchen is really unique. It's actually glass touched look. And I'm just right here and just follow the rules and stuff like that of how they're making this mukene. So guys, they told me that she's now drying them off so like the fat will go out. So that's what I was telling you, that the mukene. Normally people, I think in English they call it like silver fish, just a smaller silver fish that they are using it. And they told me that it can make one of the best sauce ever. So that's one of the things that's gonna be a dope combination, guys. So guys, after drying off the mukene, she's actually like, now you can see that she has like now tomatoes, stuff like that. The oil is over there and other stuff. So she's just going to be actually like starting preparing the sauce, because normally they just cook sauce first and then cook ugali later, this kaunga kamogo later, so the sauce will be still hot. So you can see right now she's just washing up, the tomatoes and onions and stuff like that, just to make sure that she can just cut them off and then start like making the sauce. This is very exciting, guys, man. Okay, so now you can see that, guys, she's cutting onions and stuff like that, and here they even have onions. So she's gonna cut the onions after tomatoes, and then she can start preparing the sauce the way that that they cook normal sauce. But they told me that this mukene, they can make one of the best sauce in the world, man. So guys, I've told you that, I've told you even before in some videos, that people in the village are very creative. Here back, like on the roof, or like actually near the roof, back on my head, there's a place where they put it's like a firewood store. That's where they put firewood. You can even bring this while it's still wet. Then you put it here, and then this fire that is going up, will make them dry. So they just put this stuff just to make sure they can dry easily, and then it's just like to cover it. So once you are just cooking with it, it will be really fast. So another thing that I can show in their kitchen is that it's unique. You can see here there's bikes. It's like a store of where they put their food and stuff like that. So once you just come in here, they've stocked firewood, they put some bikes and a lot of stuff like that. So it's like a store for them. Just a kitchen on this side, and then over there a side. So they just made like another room, which is like acting like a store. So guys, a lot of you guys, I know that you said, I can chop tomatoes without like a chopping board and stuff like that. But see, these people are using it with just hands, like tomatoes and stuff like that. What you just need is just like a knife, and just like needs a plate, and then we'll chop the tomatoes and onions on the plate, which is very fast. That means that we not always the stuff that we use at home, it's not always a must. You might find another creative way to use all this stuff. Guys, it is too smoky like inside the kitchen now. I started even feeling some in my face because the fire is not right up, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to light up. So I've started my fire now. So now we can start, you know, preparing our sauce and stuff like that because the light is on. But I will need to add some firewood, you know, just to make sure that the fire is strong enough, just to make sure that you can cook in a good way. So guys, we have started the fire now, and then she's putting oil right now. It's actually like just normal oil that you knew, and then after that she's gonna add like tomatoes, she's gonna add onions and stuff like that. So which is actually really good. And another thing they told me that we in Uganda there's a culture that says that a woman doesn't catch fire. Like that means that he can't get burned. So even if it's smoke or something that is happening in the kitchen, it's a must for her to make food or to prepare food for her husband or her kids. So you can see right now she's just putting the onion. Wow. Something like the way you knew. So guys, as you can see right now, she just mixing like the onions, and she's going to add mukene in just 2 minutes. What she needs like actually this onion to be ready so she can put the mukene. You can see now she's just taking it, putting in the sauce in this plate, and then she's going to put it in that oil. And then after a few minutes she'll be adding, I think, onions and the rest of the stuff like that, and like those powders like curry powders and stuff like that. So for now, I think the onions are almost ready. In just a few seconds she'll be adding the mukene and stuff like that. Finally, the mukene inside. So now mix it. Guys, she's just mixing it like the mukene and the onions and stuff like that, and it actually looks nice. You know, it actually looks nice. I think once they're gonna be ready, once the silverfish is gonna be ready. Actually, I continue to talk about mukene, but mukene is the name they call it in a local language. But in English, I should call them maybe a silverfish. So she's now mixing it right now. Wow, it's actually really. To add tomatoes. Finally, she's adding tomatoes just to make sure that, wow. You know, these tomatoes are the one that is going to make it not adding water, stuff like that, instead of becoming dry. So she's just mixing it. So onions, tomatoes, and this silverfish. Okay, so guys, now she's just mixing curry powder with water, and then she's going to add it here. I think it makes the soup became really delicious and yummy. So she's adding other kind of like spices. Oh, and she's going to mix it finally, I think. Wow. Oh, so she's mixing it right now, and then she's going to add it in here. Because now it looks actually like in this saucepan, it really looks nice. The color is really nice, but I think it's just to make it looks delicious and yummy, because it looks fantastic right now. So guys, they actually gave me advice that to add that curry powder and stuff like that, you just know to make sure that the sauce is not watering, the sauce is like thick. So finally she's adding water. Actually, like back home for us, we just don't put water, but in here, because we're gonna eat this with a hard food, it's actually to make sure that we can get like a soft, like a soup that can be easily eating with that kaunga, that ugali that we're gonna eat soon. So you can see now it's like a perfect soup. It really looks delicious, guys. Shared with me that the sauce is like to help us the digestion. If you're eating a hard food like that kaunga and stuff like that, if you're just going out to answer a call of nature, it's not that easy, you know, to finish it. So it's always make sure that you eat it with a soup. Just make sure that your digestion goes perfect. So they're just now going finally. I think it's just to finalize everything. They're just putting salt in here. And I think like in maybe 10-20 minutes the food might be ready, right? So let's just wait. The soup soon is gonna be ready, and then so we can start preparing our kaunga, which is like local language they call it kaunga kamogo. I might say like maybe it will be cassava bread. So guys, we have put the salt and everything. It's actually now like mixing it now. So she told me that now we are going to wait some few minutes just to boil. Get boiled. And once it boils, we just remove this saucepan and then put like a warm water to make the cassava bread, which is called kaunga kamogo in a Uganda local language. So she's now just putting water to make kaunga kamogo. That's how they call it in a local language. My gosh. Okay, so guys, our sauce is ready and then she's now taking it. With bare hands, man. Like, that's one of the things actually they told me, that a woman in Uganda is not supposed to be, get burned with like hotness or smokes. That's why you find that the kitchen is full of smokes, but she's okay. She doesn't have any issue with that. And even she can take the saucepan with bare hands without even feeling the hotness, guys. So here, she has already put like the water to warm the water right now. So the water is just in here. This is the water that we're gonna use to make the ugali, the cassava like bread, the cassava bread. So we are just going to wait for some few minutes, maybe 30 minutes, based on how your fire, how strong your fire is. Then we're gonna wait until the water gets boiled. Then if the water is hot, we'll bring our friend and start making it. So guys, basically before you just cook the ugali, you need to make sure that your flour is really nice. So her flour has some crystals, so she's trying to dismantle them to make sure that the flour is really nice, so she can say, okay, now the flour is really nice, I can now make my own ugali. So we're just waiting for her to finish to dismantle these crystals, and then later we just go and cook our own ugali. So guys, our water now is like ready. It's already hot. So she's now taking some of the water and then put it over there. And then later she's gonna start pouring like the flour in the water. Wow. I'm telling you, the kitchen is so hot, but she can't even feel it. Because someone told me that women are not supposed to fear hotness. So you can see right now she's just pouring the flour to the water. Wow. Just still pouring the flour to the water now. You can see the saucepan is full, man. Wow. And now I think it's the time to start like mingling. She's now like trying to mingle, but because it's a lot, so she's gonna do it slowly, just to make sure that she can't like pour something outside. Wow. I'm telling you, you need to be creative, and then you don't need to fear hotness, because the way I'm feeling here, because you guys remember, like, there is a fire that is coming up. There's a fire that is coming up, and then you are working actually. So that means so you have like 99% of sweat, like get this sweat and stuff like that. So see, she's adding some water. Wow. And mingle again. And actually, guys, one thing that you need to understand, this, to mingle this stuff, you need to have energy, because it's heavy. It's not that thing that you are just mingling like maybe a porridge or stuff like that. It takes energy. You need to have energy and make sure that you can, you put the energy to make sure that you can mingle this stuff. And you guys, she's doing it with bare hands, without even any cover. And I know a lot of you guys like use gloves, stuff like that. But for her, see, bare hands, man. Wow, this is so hot, guys. And remind you guys, this is like 2 kgs. It's not even a kg. But she has the energy to mingle around, to mingling everything, and make sure that maybe in a few minutes our ugali will be ready. Wow. Wow, she's adding more water just to make sure that it can be easy, and then you need to mingle until you can't even see any part of crystal flour. Guys, women are the most powerful people in the world. I'm seeing something like with my eyes, like mingling 2 kgs of flour like this, using bare hands to touch the saucepan, which is hot. The fire is down, and then you are mingling in the place where there is smoke, which is hot and stuff like that. It's not that easy, guys. Women need so much respect, guys. Wow. You can see, like, at least now I might say like maybe 60%. It's almost ready. She's like mingling now. I can't see the flour. It's just a small piece of it that I can see right here. It takes so much energy, guys. To finish this one, you'll be sweating the whole body already. So guys, she's still like mingling all this flour just to make sure that maybe in a few minutes we'll be ready. And guys, something shocked me. This lady, she's just using bare hands, bare hands. She doesn't need even a piece of clothes, even a piece of document to just touch this paper. Because don't marry me, I knew back home I just use like a paper just to touch this stuff, for a piece of cloth, so I can make sure that I'm not going to get burned. But for her, she just bare hand, guys. This is very interesting. So now our ugali is fine. She's just putting on the plate. Wow, she can't even feel the hotness, guys. Man, wow. And I think they're gonna cover it just to make sure that the hot doesn't come out. So guys, they have you can see the ugali is ready. They have removed the saucepan just to make it cool, because we're gonna eat it in a few minutes. And you can see it takes her like maybe 30 minutes just to get ready. You see, you have this stove, this stone stove, which is moving around, and then you have the heat, the fire is coming up. The kitchen is too smoky, but she managed to make this ugali. Women are very powerful, guys. Me, I got shocked, man. So guys, after maybe almost a half, like a 1 hour and a half, our food is ready, and all of us as a family are just going to eat. And basically, guys, I want to tell you something. This was not that easy. It took energy, it took like power. The kitchen was too smoky. It takes energy, the hotness, and everything. But finally, our mom has managed to make the food, our breakfast, which is actually the powerful. And it's not that easy. Everyone in here in the village to afford this. And guys, can you believe that this one is not more than $2? I got shocked, guys. Like, the $2 that you took like as something that is simple can make someone's day happy, can make someone's day, guys. So let's just enjoy the food, which is really looks fantastic. And guys, I'll see you in next episode. If your first time seeing me on your screen, please like this video, share this video, and remember to subscribe. See you in next village videos. Guys, let me stay here and enjoy my beautiful life here in the village, guys.
Emma.
No, like we just need to use. And, yeah.
This
That's
is
what,
eaten naturally.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Because bano bosonerako n'omuweereza.